We are live, you guys. We're just waiting on YouTube and Instagram, and we will get it going here. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Catholic Owned Live. Welcome to Catholic Owned Live, the Monday show. I'm your host, Brooke Joyner, and today we have a special edition of the show for you today. Catholic Owned Live is a space for conversations all about building the new Catholic economy. Here we talk honestly about work, business, and vocation, and what it really takes to build an economic life that's aligned with the Catholic faith that we profess. I'm so glad you're here with me today, and I am honored to have two incredible guests joining me for the Monday show this week. Together, they're on a mission to help purpose-driven leaders build nonprofits that don't just launch, but last. RJ Muto is a business transformation strategist from funding and capital strategy to organizational growth. He's helped businesses build and scale what they've started, and he brings that same drive to the nonprofit world through Catalyst 501. Laura Leanne Williams is an experiential brand strategist. She helps nonprofit founders build brand experiences that are consistent, intentional, and memorable, from print to digital to live events. Together, RJ and Laura Leanne co-founded Catalyst 501, where purpose meets precision. Catalyst 501 guides nonprofit founders from idea to execution, offering end-to-end support across formation, funding, operations, brand strategy, communications, and much more. Their approach is built on a simple but powerful belief: when you take care of people and build with clarity and stewardship, the impact takes care of itself. RJ and Laura Leanne, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having us, Brooke. We're so excited to be here.
Yes, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Well, and we are all so thrilled to be joining everybody today because we are live from the Catholic Economy Forum venue. So this is really special today, and we're honored to get to give you guys a little bit of a preview. But before we go into the forum, I really want to shine a light on Catalyst 501 and the incredible mission that you guys are bringing to life.
Yeah, well, I guess I would love to start it by saying I'm thankful that I met RJ actually through our Catholic community. And it's really what God brought us together. We had just met about a year ago, and that's where we both built Catalyst 501 and realized it wasn't just based on, values and everything, but we wanted to support nonprofits in a really special way. And we really wanted to empower individuals to recognize it's time to answer their calling and find their purpose. But we wanted to help them build nonprofits so they're really creating a steady impact, not just through the mission, but also through the revenue side.
Yeah, and just to echo that, it's been a blessing that I met Laura Leanne. I tell you, it's a year ago, but it seems like we've known each other for 10 years. Uh, it's just been a perfect balance between what we both bring, and it's been exciting and fun every day. So, we're uh, our mission really is to just help people launch and fund nonprofits differently than what they do currently. We're not just donors and grants, but reoccurring revenue. These models are built around their mission, which allows them to grow with confidence and really focus on the work that matters. That's what we do.
Well, and that it's so refreshing, and that's why when I first, got a taste of the work that you're doing, I said I really want to help more people know about this. I think there are so many good Catholic and Christian and just good people out there who want to make a difference. They have an idea for a nonprofit. They feel that the nonprofit model is the best for the work they want to do, but how to go from idea to
Yeah.
something that can provide an income even for their family, when they're younger, or can, create even financial impact as they get older. And so that model that you guys are using is so different from really anything I've heard about.
Yeah, well, and I think it's exciting because we're looking at it with a new lens too of leveraging the virtual event space as well. And that's why we're thankful that we can come in and be the venue host for the Catholic Economy Forum, but really showing people, I think there's a different way of connecting now, not just because technology is always changing, but how do we leverage technology and leverage even the hybrid remote working too, as we're located everywhere. We're always traveling, but why don't we use that to our advantage and connect people globally and across the country, nonprofits and for-profits helping each other.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think that nonprofits will give you more of a voice and a decision on where your dollars go. So instead of them just going to Washington to be used wherever, you can actually take a portion of that and build that for something you care about in your local community or a cause that's for you. And you're actually building a legacy that you can pass on.
Mm-hmm.
And so we try to focus on all of this that around the person's own goals, and they could be, that person that's in their, second stage of life and said, I've done everything for my family, but now I'd like to do something for my community my last 20, 25 years. Or even that young person coming out of college that I want to make a difference. How do I do that? And so we sort of encompass all of this, but we've actually been seeing a lot of traditional nonprofits contacting us also because it's a different model and they know that their models are drying up.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's so encouraging, I think, for the, like you said, existing nonprofits to open new doors for opportunity and sustainability of their mission. But without a guide, without someone knowledgeable about the ins and outs of how to put these programs and these pieces together, they can't do it. And so I love that you have taken, both of you, your very unique and complementary areas of expertise to create something truly beautiful, but also that can really make a difference for so many missions. So I love the work that you're doing, and I can't wait to see all the impact that you guys are going to have.
We're having a lot of fun doing it. We're meeting a lot of fantastic people. It's just, you can't help but to get excited about all their missions because their passions come through. We get just as excited.
That's wonderful. Well, and one of the things that really set the Catholic Economy Forum apart as an event, going into those experiential events online that you were mentioning, Laura Leanne, can you tell us a little about your vision for these online events? What really sets them apart, and how you, as sort of the brand strategist, the event, branding expert, what is possible online today that wasn't before?
Yeah, I think now more than ever, your brand really gets to shine through not just visually how it's showing up, but really leaning on your mission and your values. And I think you can do that through unique touch points, right? So we're all here in this really cool building in this floor, and you can see all of your sponsors that are supporting your event for Thursday, but it's just a different way of thinking. And so I think people are getting a little tired of doing all the Zoom meetings and seeing a bunch of black squares, right? You're having that Zoom fatigue. How do we get a step closer and make it just as close to being in person? And I think that's what this platform does. it allows you to naturally meet people, go up to the people you know, but also meet new people along the way. And I think it's just been a really great tool and resource for not only connecting, but then it's creative from the back end too of all the data analytics and even just seeing, okay, we need to do more topics on this, or wow, this was really popular to, this crowd or this audience. And so I think that's always what people in events, or at least branding, you're always thinking a step ahead. How can we make that experience more welcoming, more exciting, even for the next one? But you need all of that data, obviously, to project what you're going to do. And so I think it's a very different way, but I think it opens up a lot of doors.
It
It's fun.
really
It's fun, and it's a game changer, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and when you know, introduced me to this new concept of this type of platform, I understand your background is in, very curated, uh, truly beautiful events and hospitality. So I knew if Laura Leanne Williams gave her stamp of approval, that it was going to be something truly special.
Thank
And
you.
um, and so that's why part of the promotion of the forum is helping people begin to open their mind of what is possible with a platform like this. Um, I love that you came up with, Lorleanne, immersive virtual immersive experience, because it really is unlike anything anyone has seen. And until you're in the building, until you're in the venue, um, then you can start to experience it and move around and click over and join a huddle and join a conversation. Um, it's after this, no Zoom event will suffice truly.
Yeah. I just like how natural it is. You're going to naturally go up to the people you know. So you can hover on the map. Oh, I know these people. And look, they're already in conversation. It's not weird for me to just run over. And that's what you would do at a conference or a trade show. So those natural elements, it's so cool how they were able to do that and build it into a platform like this. And I give full credit to the company behind it, Deeb is the founder of Gatherly, and he has been amazing to work with. But I love that he comes from the hospitality industry. And so he wasn't just an amazing tech person, but he really came from like the Four Seasons and stuff in high-end hospitality. So I think having that leadership and that kind of perspective on building a tool like this is what we need to see more of.
It really is an incredible opportunity, and we're so grateful that you guys have really taken the lead on being our venue sponsor. We couldn't do this event in such a scale and that's with so much hospitality without you. So thank you to Catalyst 501 for being our venue sponsor. Um, I want to share a little more, I guess, about what people can expect on Thursday. You guys have really been working so hard to make this an incredible experience for everyone. So, what are some of the highlights that you want to make sure people know about going in?
I was just gonna say, well, it's all thanks to you, Brooke. You put the content together. I mean, it's really a team effort. You curated the speakers, the panelists. I mean, it's your event. We're just supporting you and your mission. So we're doing it in a really unique and different immersive way. But that's all you right there and your team doing that part.
And I just want to add that. So first of all, um, my hat goes off to Laura Leanne, because the technical work that she's done and to make this thing seem seamless is a lot of work she's put in. And it just shows you the kind of person that she is. It's just phenomenal what she's been able to deliver in a short time. But she's right. The content is coming from your Catholic organization, which we fully support because we're Catholics and that's how we met and put together our company. So the synergy has been fantastic. And I think that whether it be the people that are going to be presenting or the people that will have booths on our trade floor or just the people that are going to come to this, they're going to be amazed when they walk around to almost to the point where they forget they're not there in person. That's the cool part. As soon as you get into it, you go, oh yeah, I'm sitting in my office, you know, and but I could go here, I could go there, I could talk, I could share information. It just becomes fun, and people don't want to leave. We've gone and they've told us that, and we've gone to some of other organizations that use this software, and they're right. The people don't want to leave. Unlike a Zoom, where as soon as it's done, the last word, click, they shut off. Mm-hmm. So it's been fascinating.
I think what's cool is too with the booths. I mean, there's so much built into each booth. You can customize it to your heart's desire. The buttons, the what media is going to be showcased, and so it's really pretty amazing that you can do it however you want and still put your personality and your brand on the booth and inside the booth. But I love too that the communication is so seamless. So when you want to do those follow-ups, you know, you can immediately get their LinkedIn profile if they put it in their profile, you know, on their account when they log in. So it's those little moments that you don't even realize how easy it is to do that. And we know all the work also happens in the follow-up, not just the event itself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe for the attendees, I was just thinking, maybe we can give them a few tips for the attendees to get the most out of this event. I know for sure so if you have got your ticket already, you're going to want to tune into this. If you haven't yet, be sure to grab your tickets. We are going to be closing sales soon. The link is in the description of this video to grab your link or grab your tickets rather. But when attendees are preparing for this event, we know it is from the comfort of home or office, so no travel required. What are some of the tips they can do ahead of time or prepare or know going in just to smooth out this totally novel experience for them?
That's a really great question. I'm so glad we're talking about this. For the best experience, we recommend you are joining from your desktop or your laptop. That gives you just full range view of the map and all the amazing features. I mean, we even have a photo booth in here. So like, I want you to be able to use every tool and meet people with ease. So that would be the biggest thing is, having that. And of course, good lighting and strong internet connection. I know those are givens, but it doesn't hurt to just check the box and make sure you have all the things. But that would be my top stuff. I have more, but RJ, feel free.
Well, I was going to say, sometimes you get excited and you forget. If you're going to move around, take your mouse and move it over and click on where you want to go. And that's, and then you're just there. So that works out great. But also be cognizant of your own microphone if there's noises behind you and, things of that nature, because you don't want to disturb others. But we do want you to participate. And so, just feel free. What you'll find is it's new for everyone. And that is usually the icebreaker when you come in and let's say you're in a booth, there's 4 or 5 other people and someone's talking and say, hey, isn't this cool? Look at that. How about, and it just opens up everyone because everyone's doing it for the first time. So it's kind of nice.
Well, and I think there's like that almost a certain bonding of experiencing something new together that really just the relationships that attendees will, start with new connections or even people you already know experiencing something new together. I don't know, there's a bonding there that's really, really neat. the other thing I want to make sure people know is there is sort of like a little intro video that we sent, that just to sort of orient yourself. When you walk in, we will have kind of a welcome crew, a welcome table with people to sort of guide you. But that video, if you want to give it a little watch ahead of time, can just help you feel confident going in. We want everyone to feel great, confident, comfortable, and familiar with what we're doing so that you can enjoy the event as much as possible. I love that we're doing a photo booth, Laura.
Yeah, I mean, right? It's part of the experience. And what's neat is your guests will get to experience it when they take a photo. You literally see that everyone has the same background because you're on the same floor. So it's capturing the moment. And you know what? I think that's, again, it's those little touches that that make all the difference. It's just like if you went to an in-person event, and don't get me wrong, I love in-person, I value in-person, but I think we're in this stage of why not do both? Why does it have to be an or? It should be an and, you know?
Well, and I think that's so important. I think especially in the Catholic world, where a lot of folks, they're married, they probably have a family, they have community responsibilities, and sometimes we want to go to those conferences, we want to be present, but the opportunity cost of missed work, missed time with family, or volunteering at our parish, or whatever we may be doing, we have to put all of that on pause to attend an event. And it's not just always possible. So I love that this new platform, this new opportunity is here to bring the community together in this inaugural Catholic Economy Forum. So thank you guys again for just making this possible and for creating a truly wonderful experience for all of our guests.
I just want to add on to that, Brooke, that the online version, what we do, and you brought up some excellent points, but I think the one thing that, people forget is travel is a pain. So, flying or even driving and then the hotel.
And expensive.
It's expensive, and sometimes you just can't do it all. And I look at my own calendar and I've got 7 invites for different things around the country. I'm not going to all of them, whether it be the cost or whether it be the time factor. And airports are a pain right now. So, if I could get a lot done like this, I'm much more happy.
Well, I think that's what you're doing with this, right, Brooke? It's not just sharing the updates on what the future is next for the, Catholic owned too, but I mean, you're helping drive business and helping bring people together from different states, different countries, and that's growing the economy, and we're collaborating and supporting, and we need more of that, especially now.
Exactly.
Wonderful. Well, thank you guys so much for being my guests today. This is the extra special edition of Catholic Owned Live, to be here together live from the Catholic Economy Forum venue. Such an amazing opportunity for people to get that sneak peek. For those who haven't yet, I'll just reiterate, if you haven't got your tickets yet to the Catholic Economy Forum, it's this Thursday, April 16th, from 12 to 3 o'clock Central Time. We will be live from our beautiful Catholic Economy Forum venue, which we're broadcasting from right now. At the event, we have a lineup of speakers. We have a wonderful MC who I can't wait for everyone to just have that experience with him. We have a panel of speakers, and then I will be speaking, and I'll be making a major announcement about the future of Catholic Owned. So if you haven't got your tickets, grab them today. The link is in the description of this video, and there is also a discount code if you'd like to save 25%. But be sure to grab your tickets as soon as you can. That is this Thursday, April 16th. Alrighty, is there anything else we didn't cover that we want to make sure to get the word out about Catalyst 501 before we wrap up?
No, I don't think so. Just thanks for having us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah,
We're looking
glad to
forward to
be here.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, perfect. Well, we are all set then. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been Catholic Owned Live. I'm your host, Brooke Joyner, but I've been joined by RJ Muto and Laura Leanne Williams of Catalyst 501. You can learn more about Catalyst 501 at their website, catalyst501.com. And be sure to reach out, get in touch. If you're working in the nonprofit space, if you're considering starting a nonprofit, reach out. They have resources to help you really at every stage. So I really encourage folks to reach out. This has been Catholic Owned Live, where we talk honestly about work, business, and vocation, and what it really takes to build a Catholic economy that's aligned with our Catholic faith that we profess every day. Thank you so much for joining me. I will be back here on Wednesday, April 15th at noon Central Time, and I look forward to seeing you then. God bless you.